To our City of San Juan City Commission. It is 6 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started. August the 11th, 2015. First item on the agenda, the invocation. Council, Mr. Vasquez, can you lead us in the invocation?
Please rise.
Dear Lord, thank you for our family, our friends, and all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Today, Lord, we are here to hear a meeting, and we ask that you provide this city council with the guidance to make the city of San Juan a better place. We pray all these things in your name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Commissioner Cantu, lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go Bears. May be seated. Next item, we have public comments. Mr. Trevino, Ramiro Trevino. Presentations, letter A, presentations recognizing the Pony All-Star Baseball and Softball teams. Armando Ponce.
Good evening, Pro Tem, members of the commission. I have the privilege of presenting to you an outstanding group of individuals. We had a record 6 teams represent our wonderful city of San Juan at the Pony All-Star tournaments. And as you see, we have a few more people than we usually do for our regular meetings. We're privileged to have the teams here today, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to present these teams so they could be recognized for the success they had during the season. As I call up the teams, if you could come please stand in the front, and we'll take your picture. The first team we want to recognize is a girls softball team. It's a Shetland team that's coached by Ruben Guajardo. You can come forward. Mr. Eric Martinez. Mr. Pete Vega. And CJ Arenas. This team is a Shetland team that's all 6 and under, 6 years and under. And they competed at the World Series in Highland, Texas, where they placed 7th out of 22 teams. Let's give them a big round of applause. By the way, go ahead.
Finally.
Good job. Yeah, you guys can stay. You can stay. Thank you so much. The next team we'd like to present is the girls softball Pinto team. They're coached by head coach Armando Ramirez, Robert Ramirez, Max Garcia, and Alfredo Castro.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, there.
Let's give a round of applause. The Pinto team also competed in Highland, Texas, where they placed 8th out of 26 teams. The next team we have is our Pony 13U. There he is. They're coached by head coach Pablo Trevino, Coach Randy Herrera, and Danny Lamar. These young men traveled to the zone tournament in Houston, Texas, where they placed 3rd overall. They're one step away from going to the World Series in California next year, guys.
It's okay, the first one's good.
The next team we'd like to present is a 14U, and they're coached by Coach Omar Trevino, Coach Enrique Vasquez, and Juan de la Cerda. A lot of these boys are already getting football started. Maybe they might be here today. Going back to our Shetland division, for baseball, we have Coach J.J. Ayala, Jimmy Saldaña, Santiago Palomín, René Benavides, and Sonny Vega.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
The Shetland baseball team traveled to the South Zone World Series in Youngsville, Louisiana, where they placed 3rd overall. Thank you, Coach. Next, we have our Pinto team, coached by Alex Salinas, Brandon Salinas, Jaime Perez, and Orlando Perez.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
The Pinto team also competed in the state championship in Church, Texas, where they put on a great performance. Let's give them a round of applause. want to thank all the teams for coming out tonight, and they had a great season. Thank you.
I'll call you.
Moving along with the agenda. Next item, presentation on the 2015 Youth Resource Library Grant awarded to the City of San Juan by Keep Texas Beautiful and HEB Central Market. Ms. Borrego?
The City of San Juan is referred to as Keep San Juan Beautiful on the Keep Texas Beautiful affiliate list. As a representative of the City of San Juan, KSJB applied and was awarded a 2015 Youth Literacy Grant Award by KTB and HEB Central Market. The grant does not require commission approval. The grant will supply the City of San Juan with $1,000 to host a green DIY Halloween costume contest during our annual Halloween festival. The event is created to challenge our community to think about trash in a different way by asking our participants to create homemade costumes out of recyclable material. This includes cardboard, old clothing, plastic, newspapers, soda cans, etc. The $1,000 will be used to purchase the following items. We'll have three divisions, kinder through 5th, 6th through 8th, 9th through 12th. Each one will have a first, second, and third place nominee. First will get 100, second will get 50, and third will get 25, totaling $175 each division. We will also be purchasing 158 bags as consolation prizes for the children who participate, and as well as people who participate in the event.
I'm sorry, this is for when?
For Halloween?
Halloween?
Yes. Any questions?
Any other questions, comments?
No, good, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Next item, project update by Ronnie Cruz, engineer on the following matters. 16-inch raw water reservoir to reservoir transfer line project, construction of water and sanitary sewer lines along north side of US Expressway 83, 3.5 MGD water treatment plant number 2 expansion and rehabilitation to existing 3.5 MGD plant project, Texas Water Development Board, County of Hidalgo projects, Eldora paving, Sioux Road paving, and Olana Avenue paving. Ronnie?
Commissioners, and in your packet, I included the memo. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Just a recap of the projects. I think some of y'all weren't here when these projects started. The first one is a 16-inch raw water reservoir to reservoir transfer line. That's a reservoir at the Sergeant Trevino Park, a 16-inch line to the reservoir or to the plant, number 2 on I Road. The bid was awarded to OG Construction in the amount of $1,595,000 on Tuesday, September the 23rd, 2014. Notice to proceed was issued December the 1st, 2014. The project consists of transferring raw water from Sergeant Trevino Park Reservoir to the water treatment plant number 2 on Veterans Road by installing a 16-inch PVC raw water line. The project began at Sergeant Trevino Park, headed north along Retama, then west on 495, then north on Sioux Road, then finally west on Sioux Road to the water treatment plant. The line work has been completed, which is approximately 15,000 linear feet of 16-inch PVC water line. Pending is the crossing of the drainage ditch on Sioux Road and the raw water pump station at the park. The contractor has 200 consecutive days to complete the project, and as of Friday, August the 7th, they have used about 180 days. And of course, this project has been delayed because of rain. The rain before this last month, anyway. Any questions on that project?
Ronnie, on the delay, because of the rain, whatnot, how far are we behind on that?
I would say about 30 days. But they're not going to be behind in days because we give them credit. And in reality, this was concurrently with a new plant. So what's happening, and because of the rains, it's not as urgent as it's getting now. Because if you all know, on the water treatment plant number 2 on I Road, the reservoir has failed. So that's the reason needs to be put in. If it doesn't get any more rain, it's going to get worse, where we're going to need to use that water from the other reservoir to this reservoir. It goes directly to the plant or into the reservoir. Any more questions on that one? Okay, the next one is the construction of the water and sanitary sewer lines along the north side of the expressway. This project consisted of looping a 12-inch water line from the expressway 83 to Sergeant Trevino Road by the park. Then west with a 12-inch water line to the Mercedes-Benz dealership along Sergeant Trevino. The sewer portion was to extend an existing sewer line located on the future Retama west along the expressway frontage road. The project also included selective alternate bid, which was a sewer line on Raul Longoria and Minnesota Road. The project was awarded to OG Construction on November 11, 2014 for $491,545. The notice to proceed was issued January 5th of 2015. This project has been completed. There's an item on the agenda for all the final paperwork and the final payment to the contractors. This is very vital to the expressway. Part of the expansion, part of the buyout that you all did to North Alamo Water Supply Corporation back in about 4 years ago, you all bought out the water CCN from this area. So we're finally putting water. So there's, I think, 13 connections that are being transferred to the city of San Juan for water. And then when we get the second part, which is all the way to Cesar Chavez, you'll get the rest of the rest of the connection. Any questions on that? The next one is the EDAP project. That's economically distressed area project. And that's the first time service connections for about 105 residents. I included a timeline because that's probably the best way to explain that project. It's a lot of time has to pass to get these projects done because it's federal money and it's with the Colonia bill. So that timeline is in your packet. We are in the final stages. We are on category D, which if you look at, there's 4 categories. You have to go step by step. Actually, we're in category D and F. The environment, F has already been done, which is the environmental, and we're category D and E are the final, D is the final project. That's being submitted this week for final approval. Then we go to E, which we start getting the easements, and the environmental report's been completed, and the design, then we can start the design, even though we already have started, because to get ahead of the curve on this project. But we are, as soon as we get D approved, we can go to the Water Development Board to try to get funding for the project. Because it's not funded construction, it's only funded for design at this point.
How much time would it take, Ronnie, after this?
We're hoping by the end of the year we have
End of the
everything
year?
ready. That's what we have in our schedule. But the Water Development Board works pretty slow, but when they get the reports, they take a long time to review them. And this packet D it's a packet this big. It's a massive packet that they have to review. And hopefully it'll go straight through and then we'll start the design or finish up the design. Any questions on that project? The next one is, I'm not sure if it's the expansion of the water treatment plant.
Water treatment plant, we can go ahead and I can just inform the city commission what's happened. As the city commission knows, we've had some issues out there. As a result of that, the city commission directed me to issue certain correspondence to Texas DESCON. In response to that, we received a letter on August the 11th indicating that Texas DESCON is voluntarily terminating the project. So we're going to start pursuing the avenues we have to at this point. However, the bonding company has been stepping up and been discussing this with me for the last couple of weeks. So we should be able to start getting something together with the bonding company soon, and I'll report to you at the next meeting, executive session probably. But it looks like everything will be fine at this point.
It's
And
gonna
we've been
take
in
a little
touch with
bit
the
of
Water
time.
Development Board as well.
It's going to take some time, but everything is at a standstill right now.
Yes.
How far behind schedule are we?
In reality, if they get to work within the next several weeks, they probably can stay on the schedule.
For the March setting, wasn't it the,
Well,
of 2016 or something?
there, yeah,
Right?
yeah, right. So there's still time, because there was a lot of days, and of course, there was a lot of wet days that we're still negotiating which ones and what it is. But at this point, it'll be delayed, obviously, but I don't think that much to the time that we had allotted. You know, if everything would have gone smoothly, it's gonna probably be delayed probably 6 months or something. That's what I'm assuming.
Other questions? Next one?
The last three projects are the ones that the County of Hidalgo is doing. El Dorado Road paving. County's still working on the plans. The section from Veterans to Raul Longoria will be going out for bids in September. The section in front of Reed Mock School, that area is being constructed by precinct forces, I think right now. They're working on that right now. So in September, they should go out for bids for the other section. They're gonna get a contractor for that. Now, the Sioux Road paving, the project has been bid out. Texas Cordia got it for $378,587. Notice to proceed was supposed to be issued yesterday. So construction should begin within 10 calendar days as of yesterday. And the project limits is from Veterans Road to the Idea School. And they're trying to extend it from the Idea School all the way to Cesar Chavez with a change order. I think they're working on that change order right now, because it's gotten worse, that section. And the Nolana Road paving, it's been completed. So Sioux Road is gonna get going any day for, I don't know that lady was here earlier. It's already under contract, but they're gonna start on the east side, work towards the west.
How are we informing the citizens as far as how we're doing on the streets and when the next,
Are we able to put some kind of news brief
But
to our citizens that when that project's gonna
Yeah.
get started?
The contractor needs to do all that because there's gonna be some kind of detours. So that's one thing we need to see, because of the schools, especially Eldora and Sioux Road, the IDEA School. There's a meeting scheduled for actually Thursday of this week with IDEA to figure out how they're gonna do it. I think at that point, they'll have a schedule for the road closure and detours and everything. And the people how the people are gonna be.
We are, Commissioner, so we are going to inform them through our website. Mr. Baca's already, have put some notice out there, but also we're going to add it to our water bills. They can be informed as well. But the other thing is that we're also doing some media relations, announcements, advising them that we're working on that area. And the media has been kept informed as well on that. And we do have a lot of phone calls from those residents, from those areas. So personally, we've been fielding a lot of calls and letting them know that it's in the works. So it's good to hear that the order to proceed was given out yesterday. So within the next 10 calendar days, they can see something. And hopefully they can start seeing that the city is moving forward with Precinct 2 and trying to get that road done, because it is a frustration for them, and it is becoming a safety hazard even for our public safety, responding to calls in that area. So it can become a serious issue for us as well. So it's good to hear that it's moving forward, and we're going to keep them informed and so forth, so we can be able to work with Precinct 2, let them know that what's happening there.
Classes have begun there at IDEA, so I don't know if you're gonna have an officer out there directing traffic?
Yes, as a
once
matter
we
of
get
fact,
that?
we already, the captain is here, we're already working on that as well. Both ideas, especially that one that we're gonna be, there's gonna be some traffic hurdles that we're gonna have to
Right.
overcome.
Hiccups. Oh,
Some
yeah.
hiccups there, but I think that we'll be able to handle it. You know, try to ease the traffic as much as we can for our residents in that area.
Has the school demanded anything?
No, but it's gonna be one of those areas that we foresee problems already, so we wanna make sure that once we start closing certain areas, that we're gonna have to make sure that we get the traffic going, flowing from that area.
Those are all the items in the report, unless you all have any questions on any of those or any other projects.
Thank you, Ronnie. Last item under presentations is a presentation on departmental reports. Chief?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem Commissioners, you should have some departmental reports from the Parks and Recreation Department. If there's any questions there, the Library Department and the Sanitation Department. Y'all have any questions for the
Questions,
directors?
Commissioners?
And of course, also at the very end, you have the Planning Department there as well.
No questions, we'll move forward. Under public hearing, A, hold a public hearing for a rezoning request from General Business District C2 to Light Industrial District L1 of the north 0.98 acres, of the east 119.33 feet, of the west 196.5 feet of Lot 14, Block 35, Alamo Land and Sugar Company subdivision, all located approximately a quarter of a mile west of Cesar Chavez Road along the south side of US Business 83, as requested by Ruben Lopez Jr. Mr. Cervantes?
Commission, good evening. Mr. Lopez is proposing to rezone the properties from General Business District to Light Industrial District in order to sell the property for a proposed manufacturing plant for sheet metal products. The properties to the west are already subdivided as part of the Tierra Blanca State subdivision, and the 0.98 acres located on the east side is not. Mr. Lopez or the buyer will be required to subdivide the east property in order to undertake any improvements for the unsubdivided land. Staff mailed a notice of the public hearing before the Planning and Zoning Commission to 17 surrounding property owners within 200 feet and received one phone call and one letter against this request, and staff also received one letter in support of the request. Staff recommends denial of the rezoning request since there are single-family homes just south of the subject property. Also, light industrial zoning is not ideal next to single-family residential zoning and near the downtown. During their August 6th meeting, the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended denial of the rezoning request with a 3-1 vote.
We'll go ahead and public hearing at 6:38. Anybody from the public want to speak in favor or against? Anybody from the public?
Hello, my name is Tommy Phillips. I own the property to the east bordering Ruben Lopez's property, and I'm in favor of you all granting his request. And that is because what we need here in San Juan is more economic development. You have a willing buyer, you have a willing seller, and it's going to bring, from what I've seen as an artist rendition, something's going to be a real nice plant. It's going to add employment. It's going to add about $24,000 a year just in sales tax and EDC money to the city of San Juan. It's going to add about another, probably $7,000 or $8,000 in school district property taxes and city property taxes. So the net to the city of San Juan is probably going to be about $30,000, as well as increased employment. As their neighbor, I'm in favor of it. It's going to be an enclosed building. Like I said, from the artist rendition, it looks very attractive. The man has an existing existing business. He's over in the city of Edinburgh, so I know lots of times cities spend lots of money trying to recruit businesses to a city. Well, this one is a freebie. You can get it for free. All you have to do is just grant this zoning request. So like I said, I'm in favor of it. It's obvious that a lot of cities have done a lot of economic development that San Juan hasn't gotten in on, and I think this is an opportunity for you all to do something that can improve the city, add to the tax base, and kind of send out send a signal to other cities and other businesses that San Juan is in the business of promoting business.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. Attorney, or Dulce Hernandez, I'm an attorney, and I'm here from the PSJ area, and I was at the last planning and zoning meeting, and the main concern there, and I don't know if you have that information, it was the noise level of this new business, as you can see, and the appearance of the business. As you can see from some of the pictures, these are machines, they're enclosed. You know, I did have an opportunity to listen to a video. It wasn't that noisy. I mean, it's not as noisier than anything else that people are not used to. This is a 3 or 2 point something acres, and the proposal is the building to be towards the front of Business 83, and there's enough space that I don't think that the noise gets, you know, it's so severe that it's gonna bother the residents. It's going to be a business, as I understand, from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, Saturdays from 8 to 1. People are normally at work. There's other businesses around, and as one of the commissioners in the planning pointed out, the train goes by there. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, if noise is the only reason to deny the rezoning, you know, it's sort of like a poor excuse, as opposed to, you know, having a business, building, like my husband, he's my husband, was telling you about, you know, in taxes, bringing in jobs, maybe for the you know, city of San Juan people. There's going to be from 8 to 10 jobs, and you know, we support the you know, the rezoning. So we would ask that you know, grant this rezoning for Mr. Lopez, because I think it needs it. You know, we're neighboring. We might also be asking for that request in the near future. I don't know. I mean, my husband is planning on also dividing or subdividing that piece of property. We have 3 acres.
Yeah, it's 3 acres, but it can only be a 1-lot subdivision.
Yes.
And we're in the process of doing that. It's
all
been a
that.
very lengthy process.
Yes. So, like I said, I would ask that you consider.
Picture again on what it's looking like, or what it's gonna look like? I think there was one.
That's the finished product, like what's on the roof.
That's what
That's what
he
they-
does.
they're
That's his
That's what they
business.
manufacture.
That's what
They apparently take rolls of, in fact, the owner of the business is here if you would like to
Corrugated
ask
metal.
him about it. But they apparently take rolls of metal, and then they have a machine that shapes it and cuts it into whatever you want, if it's for siding on a building or fencing, or in that application for roofing.
Phillips, what's the, well, maybe this question's for the owner, the square footage of the facility like that?
I have no idea.
I think there was a picture of that right there. Is that what it's gonna look like? Is that what we're
Man right here.
Yes,
talking
that's
about
it.
right here?
Yes, that's
Yes.
the building.
That's artist rendition of what it's gonna look like. It's gonna have a showroom in the front and then the manufacturing facility in the back. But all they're doing is my understanding is all they're doing is cutting and shaping metal.
Right. Sí, la pregunta era más o menos los pies cuadrados de la finca.
Buenas tardes.
Su nombre, por favor.
La bodega esa, la idea mía es hacerla de
Señor,
280 pies.
su nombre, por favor.
José Villarreal.
Gracias.
Perdón, José Villarreal. Sí, mi bodega, mi idea es hacerla de 280 pies de largo por 90 de ancho. 90 pies de ancho.
Questions?
Yeah, that was my question.
Any other comments in favor or?
I'm Scott Smith, and I'm Scott Smith. We own a mobile home park that's adjacent to this site. And I just got through driving by their current location, and it is not very attractive. If they put something in like this, I probably wouldn't have any objection. But what they currently have is junk laying around the outside, and it's just a big old warehouse that everybody drives through. And then the other thing that, there's that residential right behind it. It's awfully close. personally, I'm not gonna raise a whole lot of stink over but the only thing is, do we want something like that right in the middle of where it's probably gonna be a restaurants and stuff like that right along there? And I think that's what, Javier's objection was the, how attractive is it gonna be? But to say, if it looks like that, I don't really have that big of an objection, but currently the way it looks, it doesn't look very good where it is right now. I just got through driving by it. But if they put something in that attractive, I don't have any objection. Most of this, as my understanding, most of it's gonna be on the inside?
Right.
Okay,
Everything's gonna be on the inside.
okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Cervantes, I do have a, Mr. Cervantes, I do have a question. Do we have the dimensions of that lot?
It's,
And if we could kind of figure out what the setback would be for the building?
it's 300 feet from there to there. On this side, it's like 340 feet. So the east side is a little longer than the west side. The setbacks is 20 feet from this line. The building could be up to 20 feet from the residential property line.
Going from north to south, what, más o menos, what's the distance there? In linear
Over here is 300 feet
300.
on the west side, and on the east side it's a little longer, like 340.
And the setback is 20.
Yeah, as for the subdivision plat.
And the length of the building? From
Well,
front to back? 280. Okay. That's all the questions I have.
Any other-
280 plus 20 setback is 300. That's what the lot-
Going to go ahead and close public hearing at 6:47.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes, sir.
pursuant to the ordinance for addressing this type of issue, the ordinance indicates that we need to have all of the city commission present in order to determine what you're going to do with the request before you at this time. So I'm asking that the vote be tabled at this time and wait till you have a full commission present, the mayor present with you all.
Is there a motion to table?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion to table by Commissioner Garza, second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. Next item.
Mr. Regalado owns a liquor store since 2012 in the commercial plaza just north of Steve's Ice House. He is interested in relocating the liquor store to Steve's Ice House, located at the northeast corner of Sioux and Raul Longoria Roads. He is requesting a special use permit for the sale of alcoholic beverages, being liquor, at the convenience store for off-premise consumption. The planning department requested calls for service from the San Juan Police Department, and the records show a false alarm call and one disturbance call. The proposed hours of operation for the liquor store are Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sundays it will be closed. Staff mailed notices to the surrounding property owners and received no comments in favor or against the request. Staff recommends approval of the special use permit contingent on the installation of security cameras, which I believe that it already has some, approved by the police department, and also that they have to agree to renew the alcohol license with the city every year. During their August 6th meeting, the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval unanimously.
Going to go ahead and open the public hearing at 6:49. Anybody from the public in favor or against that wishes to comment? Anybody from the public? No? Okay. Any comments or questions from the commission?
No.
No? Okay, we're going to go ahead and close the public comment at 6:49. Public hearing. Is there a motion for or against? There's a motion by Commissioner Maldonado to approve,
Second?
second by Commissioner Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item.
Yes, Mr. Vasquez requesting a special use permit for the sale of alcoholic beverages being wine and beer for on-premise consumption at late hours permit at the proposed Mariluz Bar. He's proposing to take over the business known as Marta's Bar that has been operating at the site for many years. The proposed days and hours of operation will be the same, which is Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Planning Department requested calls for service and no calls within the last year were done to police. Staff sent notices and received some phone calls expressing concerns about the special use permit, but nobody showed up at the public hearing. Staff recommends approval of the special use permit contingent on the installation of security cameras approved by the police department, and also that they have to renew the alcohol license with the city every year. During their August 6th meeting, Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the special use permit.
In public hearing at 6:51. Anybody in favor or against that wishes to speak?
Go ahead and come forward.
Come forward, sir.
Pásale, compadre.
¿Tu nombre?
José Vázquez.
¿Quiere decir algo en favor o en contra del...?
Pues no solamente que si nos permiten, ¿verdad?, hacer eso, pues agradecerles más que nada a todos ustedes.
Gracias.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
Anybody else wishing to speak in favor or against? Any questions from the commission?
Mr. Cervantes, you said you got a couple of calls, but nobody showed up. What were the calls on?
About not liking the bar in the neighborhood, but the bar has been there for many years. It's very grandfathered. It's as grandfathered as it could be. But through this process, we're gonna get cameras installed that we didn't have before. So now if something happens there, we'll have a video inside and outside. The bar will continue until
Surveillance. And also you mentioned renewal of their alcohol
yeah,
license.
they're gonna have to come in and.
Now, is it full bar? Is it, did it say just beer and wine, or, yeah, wine and beer only, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
And this is till 2, right? Yeah. Or what are the hours again, I'm sorry?
11 a.m. to
11
2
a.m. to 2 a.m.
No.
Same hours as it is right now
Okay.
with Martha's Bar.
Go ahead and close public hearing at 6:53. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Cantu. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mr. Cervantes again. Thank you.
Gracias.
Pásele. One more.
Yes, the ordinance for the fees. As discussed during the previous city commission, a consensus was reached to establish a convenience fee for people to register their children for the different sports programs offered by the city's Parks and Recreation Department. The enclosed ordinance reflects the consensus that was agreed upon during the previous city commission meeting. The changes are highlighted in red. So that's the only change from the existing ordinance.
I know we discussed about opening an account or creating an account so that the extra revenue would be placed into that account for student or for awards or travel. Did we do that? Okay.
Good evening. The 25 cents that you all agreed on is going to be basically part of the fees. So we see here 2%, and then in addition to 48 cents per transaction. So basically, if two people register at the same time, they're going to be paying 48 cents twice, okay, because that's a flat fee. 25 cents of the 48 cents is going to go to the fund that we're going to create. Now, the fund can be created by the Parks Department with the help of finance, and we can reroute those monies directly to the fund because we're going to connect directly to our system. So yes,
And it doesn't have to be part of the ordinance? No?
the ordinance is just to
Just for
apply the
fee,
fees.
Right,
Yes.
just for the fee itself.
I believe, Commissioner, I believe after that, it's the way we would route the money then to that account. It would just be the creation of the account as
I just
requested.
want to make sure that we don't have to include that as part of the ordinances. So we're good. That's just for the fees.
No, this is just
Right. That's up to us. All right. Any other questions from the commission? Very good. Is there a motion? Moved by Commissioner Garza. Is there a second?
second.
Second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Under contractuals. Item A, rescind the interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County, the City of San Juan, and the City of Alamo, Texas, concerning certain improvements, Cesar Chavez Road from Nolana Loop South to Business 83, that was approved and entered on July 14th, 2015. Chief.
Yeah, Mayor Pro Tem, item A and B, they go hand in hand together. We're rescinding item A and then approving item B, so I'll let the city attorney discuss that.
Mayor Pro Tem and Commissioners, what happened is you approved an interlocal agreement to make improvements to Cesar Chavez Road with Alamo, the City of Alamo, the county, and this city of San Juan. We approved the agreement, signed it. We then passed it off to the City of Alamo. The City of Alamo at that point indicated that they were going to have problems investing the $1 million as the interlocal agreement was worded. They had to add certain sections to it, and we have the agreement that's going to be coming up. What they've added to it is just to indicate that it's for the public purpose of San Juan, of Alamo. It's going to affect their city. And also, they just wanted to clarify that the City of San Juan would continue to maintain the portions that are going to be improved that belong to the City of San Juan. I saw no problems with that. The county also had no problems with it. So we went ahead and amended it, and we thought the best way to do it is just rescind the agreement we entered on July the 14th, and then the next item that's going to be before you is the new interlocal agreement that's already been approved by the county, myself, and the City of Alamo with the wording that we had to have in there so that Alamo can invest $1 million. So that's all this is. So I'm asking that it be rescinded at this time.
Any questions from the commission? No. On this one, Gilbert, it's going to be two separate motions then.
Yes.
We have to do two separate motions, okay? As far as item A, is there a motion to rescind the interlocal agreement?
So,
Moved by Commissioner Maldonado, second by Commissioner Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item B, consider, approve, and enter into an interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County, the City of San Juan, Texas, the City of Alamo, Texas, concerning certain improvements to Cesar Chavez Road from Nolana Loop South to Business 83. We've already discussed. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Maldonado. Is there a second?
second?
Second by Commissioner Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item. Consider, approve, and enter into an interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County Precinct 2, Precinct 4, and the City of San Juan, Texas, for road improvement to Owasa Road. Chief?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem Commissioners, I was contacted by the Chief of Staff for the Precinct 2, Mr. Garza, last week, and they advised that they had already a project in place for Wassa Road. At no cost to the City of San Juan. I think that the only thing that we're gonna be, no financial obligation to us, the only thing that we agreed to help out is road closure, traffic safety with the fire department and police department to make sure that they conduct the work that needs to be done there. So that was the only agreement, and the interlocal agreement will state that. So I have Gilbert also, he reviewed it, and he doesn't foresee any problems with that. So the good thing here is that we got no financial obligation to it. So
No cost at all.
No cost at all to us, with the exception of, yeah, closing the roadway, helping them out close the road.
Any other questions?
What about maintaining the road, chief? The precinct, two, or we?
No, the interlocal agreement indicates that the city of San Juan will maintain the portion that belongs to the city of San Juan.
So what, 1 point some miles or something?
I believe it's, well, we have on here that it's 6859 linear feet.
Okay.
However many miles that is, but that's the amount of feet that the city of San Juan owns.
Yeah, that's it, because 5280 is a mile. So it's
Oh.
a mile and a bit.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
Motion. Oh, sorry.
Commissioner Garza makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anybody opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item, consider authorizing the interim city manager to execute change order number 1, final for the water and sanitation sewer lines along north side of US Expressway 83, and final acceptance of the project by the city as constructed. This change order finalizes installed original bid was $491,545, and the final cost of the project, including change order number 1, is $491,397. Chief?
Yeah, this is an item requested by Ronnie Cruz, city engineer.
This is the project on the north side of the expressway. It's just finalizing all the contract documents. If you- in your memo, in your packet, you have my final letter to the city of what the change order, basically what it is, it was $852 of quantity adjustments. Valves here, take out, add a service to residents that's there that needed a service, took one out, and when it all boiled down to was $852 change order. I know that the city has some money for this project on one of the accounts from one of the developers there, in the amount of 60-some thousand, I think. So there's plenty of money. The project was completed. If you look at there's a warranty letter, there's a release of lien letter. So what we're requesting is accept change order number 1 and accept the project as constructed.
I'm looking at the numbers here, Ronnie. The difference that I see is $148. I don't see 852. Oh, okay, the numbers are different. I see. Okay. There am I got it. So it should be 492,397, not 491,397.
491,544 with the original
Was
contract.
the original, right?
Yeah, with a change order, it increased to 492,370.
Right.
$97.
On this one, it's a different number.
On the-
It's 491,397 instead of 492.
370, right?
397.
492.
Yeah, it should be 870, 852, and then here's 148.
I got you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Maldonado, is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner Cantu, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item E, consider authorizing the interim city manager to declare seized vehicles and six-hour
6 hour.
44 caliber pistols as salvage property and authorize the auction of the seized vehicles and trade-in of the same 45 caliber pistols. Chanel Borrego. Not you? Okay, that's what it says here. Sorry, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners. We're here to declare 22 vehicles that were awarded to the police department as surplus vehicles. That way we can prepare them and get them ready for auction, and we can have that money coming into our asset forfeiture funds. We're also asking to declare our duty weapons, our 45 caliber 6Rs, to declare them also as surplus. That way we can go with the more commonly used by law enforcement 40 caliber Glocks. The reason we want to go with the Glocks is because most of our federal agencies and a lot of our our local agencies already have the Glocks. They have the Glocks 40. It's a less expensive weapon. It's more feasible for us to be, when we have to repair them, buy new ones. The weapon that we're proposing to buy is also less expensive than the one we're using right now. And that also goes for the ammo. The ammo is also less expensive to buy than the 45 caliber.
Where are you using right now?
We're using a 45 SIG, 45 caliber SIG.
Questions? No? Is there a motion to consider authorizing the interim city manager to declare and auction off the pistols and the vehicles? No, not 22 vehicles. How many vehicles?
There's actually 21 in one trailer, 22.
Total 22. Is there a motion?
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Maldonado. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Commissioner Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's necessary. Next item, consider authorizing the interim city manager to re-execute an intergovernmental cooperative agreement for the operation of a regional animal shelter. This one is yours.
The City of San Juan and Palm Valley Animal Shelter must re-execute this interlocal agreement every fiscal year to ensure an animal shelter facility is available for the housing and care of citizens' unwanted animals and the quarantine of animals that have caused bodily injury to a person. As per the contract agreement, animals delivered by San Juan citizens are accepted at no charge to the city. The city will pay $70 per animal delivered to the shelter on or before the 15th day of every month in which a statement is received. The agreement has been reviewed by staff and Mr. Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez suggests one revision which was approved by Tim Owsley, Executive Director of Palm Valley. The revision is as follows. The original language, either the animal shelter, the animal center, or the city may cancel this agreement within 90 days notice to the other party. The final language is now withstands the animal center or the city may terminate this agreement with or without cause by providing a 90-day written notice to the other party. The recommendation is to approve as is.
Questions from the commission? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Cantu. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Under consent agenda, approval of the minutes from July the 14th, 2015, regular meeting. B, budget expenditure report, June 30th, 2015. C, consider second and final reading of an ordinance for the conditional use permit to operate a drive-through business and for the sale of alcoholic beverages, wine and beer, for off-premises consumption at the proposed C and D drive-through located at 2201 North Cesar Chavez Road, legally described as Lot 1, C and B subdivision, as requested by Brenda Garcia. Item D, consider second and final reading and ordinance for the conditional use permit to operate a portable food concession stand, snow cone truck at the San Juan HEB located at 901 West Expressway 83, legally described as Lot 1, Block 1, HEB San Juan subdivision, as requested by Kona Ice of South McAllen, Inc. Is there any questions on any of these items? Is there a motion?
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry. Chief. Yes, sir. In reference to the budget report on the fund balance, was there any budget amendments that you know of right now, or none? No? Okay.
We do, Commissioner, we do prepare, I think there's a date that we set up for, I believe, next month, or August 20th, 6th is the next budget meeting. When is it, Sandra? We have scheduled? Yeah, August 26th, yeah. So, but at this point, just to keep you informed on the budget, we are in the process of trying to get a balanced budget already with a new finance director and so forth. So we're working on that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Commissioner Garza, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Cantu. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Maldonado. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. And we are done.